One bikini summer special just isn't enough here on Crypto Comics, so I'm back with Glory Friends Bikini Fest from Image Comics and a young Robert Liefeld. If you don't know, Glory made her debut in Youngblood Strike File #1 in 1993 and was a big star of books at Extreme Studios. And Rob got about as much mileage out of this character as you could possibly imagine. She's basically an homage to Wonder Woman, but in this case, Glory is a half Amazonian, half demon warrior. But we'll get into that more later. Let's just go ahead and see what's going on with these fashions this summer. It is the summer of 1995. And I'll just run through all of the creators here. Sam Liu and Danny Miki, Mike Diodato Jr., Cedric Nauken and Danny Miki, Daniel Horn, Roger Cruz, Patrick Lee, Emir Ribeiro, Carl Altstatter, Ed Benes, John Stinsman, Stephen Platt, John Fang, Andy Park, Todd Knock, Fabio Laguna, Andy Park, Mark Peorio, Marat Michaels, Andy Park again, and Brian Denham. Round out the creators who put this book together. And we'll see if it's put together as well as that Lady Death swimsuit special we just did yesterday. Ooh. Got the big pinup. Mike Diodato Jr. rocking it. How about that? Oh. Naughty. Who likes to potty? We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. Yeah. This just doesn't have... Ooh. Oh, okay, well, maybe it does. That's Vogue. Vogue is... Yeah. The hottest chick in Image Comics. Remember, Youngblood. I like Vogue. She was Domino for Image Comics, right? So if you like Domino, you gotta like Vogue. And Roger Cruz, wow. Hats off to you, brother. That's very nice. I like... the strong use of pink in this, from her fingernails to that little bikini she's wearing there, to the sky, to the water, to the reflection of the sky off of the captain's wheel. Very nice. Very nice work, my friend. Ooh, wow. Pat Lee, my oh me. Yeah, that's some sweetness. This is all right. What happened to her eye? Why is her eye that big? I like the pose. I like the bodies. That's good, but whatever. Oh, Troll showing up out of nowhere. Oh, God bless America, right? Even though she's not American, she's Amazonian and demon. She doesn't look very much like a demon, though, does she? A little gecko. Oh, another chick who... It'd be nice if they put their name here. You know, I'm not going to look back, though. It's by Stephen Platt. He knew how to draw a lady, that's for sure. Belly button ring. Okay, cutie patootie. It's actually supposed to go into the belly button. This is weird. It's like it's a place for her to hook in her colostomy bag or something. Yeah, I said it. Oh, and here's another one of these chicks who posed as the character for Rob. Much more famous, Kathy Christensen from Evangeline. She played Evangeline, however you want to say it. This is like the first cosplay. If it wasn't for Star Trek, Rob Liefeld would have invented the first cosplay, I swear. So yeah, he would get these two dames to pose, and I'm sure they made a little bit of money. I'm sure he made a lot of money. They would have variant covers with the girls on them, you know, just like we have here, right? This is it right here. I didn't even mention it when I was looking at the cover to begin with, but yeah, I don't know her name. Don't know. Don't have a clue who she is. Didn't think to look it up either. How about that? That's bad. I usually do some research before I make these videos, but it slipped my mind here. So I'm so used to seeing these dames on the covers of these when I go through the back issues. And this one just, it wasn't Evangeline. So this is, you know, the other girl. Glory wasn't as cool as Evangeline. That's the truth. I said it. It's very, very manga-inspired art. So is this. This is when it was just starting to pick up. Ooh, this is good. Oh yeah, no duh, it's Todd Knock. Todd Knock has done, you know, some good stuff in comics. He did a book for Rob called New Men, and I think he also maybe did the art on another one called Blood Pool. And I just find Rob Liefeld's career fascinating. He just do as much as he could. Not all of it was great by any means. I'm not saying that. I just appreciate and respect his productivity. I don't know what's going on with that Brigade issue he sold on Kickstarter like 6 years ago and never fulfilled, and now is pawned off on some people on Indiegogo and still not fulfilled. He does do updates though, you know, sparingly, one every other month. You know, heaven forbid you take 90 seconds out of your busy life to maybe talk to the people who gave you thousands of dollars for a comic book that you hadn't made yet. It's important, you know, it's important. And a lot of creators take it for granted. They get that money and they think they're the hot shit, but they're not. You know, they get an ego, or they never maybe they never had any humility to begin with, and it was all a work. You know, I feel like I've been worked a couple times on Indiegogo, but I'll tell you, it's all like the low-profile guys, the dudes you just see on other people's streams but don't really make their own streams. Those guys do really good at fulfilling, you know. I try to do both, so I feel like we need a hub for independent creators here who just want to talk about comics, not talk about drama. That's what we do here at Crypto Comics when we're not looking at comic books featuring chicks in bikinis and no dialogue, the way a comic book should be. Oh, that's Riptide from Team Youngblood. Loved these comics when I was a kid, man. She's looking a little short here. She's like a little short stack here, kind of. That's Merritt Michaels, by the way. Oh, this is Masada. She's one of my favorites. She could grow to a massive size, as you can see. There are these little dudes down here running around. Masada is a place where a group of Jews in the distant past were cornered on top of this high mountain. They had basically built, you know, a village on top of this mountain. It was a fortification where they could go, like in Lord of the Rings, it's Helm's Deep. And they all went there as they were being closed in on by their enemies. The enemies managed to infiltrate and start coming up the sheer cliffs of Masada to come get them. Rather than be taken and forced back into slavery, they all committed mass suicide so their enemies couldn't get their hands on them. And that's what this character is named after, Masada. Look it up on Wikipedia. It's absolutely fascinating. I love the irrepressible Jews so much. There's another piece of art. I have no idea who they are. Sisters of Mercy, #1 from Maximum Press. I don't know if this ever came out. I don't know if I've ever seen this. I know Poison, that was a character, but what the hell is this? Poison and heavy metal rocker Ricky Rocket makes his debut? Is that a real person? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments below. For love of everything. A dash of beauty, a splash of sci-fi, a pinch of horror, and a place where only the twisted roam. Sisters of Mercy, #1. Poison. I thought Poison was a comic book featuring a bad girl, but I didn't think it was by Rob Liefeld. I don't know. I mean, this is blowing my mind because I thought I owned almost every Rob Liefeld comic. And this could be something that they just advertised that never came out. That wouldn't surprise me either, because a lot of them, like Maxim Age, it's like one issue. And it's just like, wow, just whatever, you know. He'll put out whatever. Just put it out, you know. As long as it's got a #1 on it, these suckers will buy it. Make it 4 copies, you know. These suckers will buy it. It's no different today. It's no different than Indiegogo. It's no different from some creators all of us have backed. Let's put out 4 different issues, you know, 4 different versions, 8 different versions. Let's just, you know, let's go against the tenets of the movement and just do whatever we want, you know. Like, you can't put out one comic It's just really good. And maybe your alternate is a sketch cover, like, you know, the blank sketch covers that are popular. You got to put out 8 different versions just to try to milk that money. You can't just give people a good story. Maybe give them 2 different versions. I like what Doug Garrett does on Lone Wolf, where he prints one version of Lone Wolf in black and white on newsprint, and his newsprint is boss. That is boss. Watch the review. It's good. And then he does the color one on glossy. And so it feels like I'm actually getting 2 different things. You know, in our book, we're doing a newsprint version so we can send it to little kids and troops, little kids who are sick in the hospital, and to the troops if they would want to read it. Because, you know, what I'm doing is all ages. But I'm just not about the, 8 different variant covers. Limit it to 2. I mean, 3 at the most, but one of those better be a blank sketch cover so people can actually get something original to make their comic really unique. Not just, the foil version. Make the regular version the foil version. Make it a chromium cover. That's awesome. That's dope. But don't make that a variant and ask poor fans on Indiegogo for another $20 for a second version of the comic. You know, my goal is just to open a small publishing company where some of these people can actually work together and make books and we can ship together. You know, isn't that the ultimate goal here? So far from that in indie comics now. And you have so many pros who decided to come to the indies and loot the piggy bank. Just loot it with variant covers and all this BS gimmicks. Anyways, in Maxim Age, it's like one of those gimmicks where it's just like, this was like one issue. Yeah, I might have had a second issue. But a ton of this stuff, it's like a total joke. But I still own it. Don't get me wrong. I still own it, because it was $1.95 or 50 cents in a back issue bin 15 years later. And it's interesting to go back and look at those. Maybe we'll look at Maxi Mage. How about that? Would you like that? Tell me in the comments below if that's all right if we take a look at another Rob Liefeld female character who made him some money. A Match Made in Hell, the #1 comic book, is now a hot new video game. A new breed of evil. Escape Spirit Knight's vengeance. Teleport. Overkill is unstoppable. Spawn vs. Violator. Eternal enemies. Unleash the fury of the full force blast. Rooftop vengeance. Infinite powers are yours, but use them at the cost of your soul. As Spawn, you are the pawn in an endless battle between the Mad One and the Lord of Darkness. Your enemies, Violator, Redeemer, Overkill, are everywhere. Can you survive 17 levels of 24 meg madness? Experience combat in the intense graphic style of the comic that started it all. Todd McFarlane's Spawn. Now available for the Super Nintendo from Acclaim. So that is Glory Friends Bikini Fest. I hope you liked it. Right here on Crypto Comics. And I think I got a couple more of these sitting around. We'll wait till it gets a little hotter outside though. What do you say?
Legends of the Lone Wolf. 80-page full-color anthology. With your support, we will bring you a perfect-bound 80-page book of the highest quality. Everyone involved has donated their time and talent, and all the money will go to printing and shipping before any of the creators turn a profit. Unlike other anthology books, Legends of the Lone Wolf contains a 38-page feature-length supernatural story. That's nearly twice the size of a regular comic book. This campaign is the only way to get the variant aged edition of Lone Wolf's #1. This highly unique version of our first issue will be printed on a stunning aged newsprint and features a cover by the one and the only Muttman. So don't sit on your hands, Wolfomaniacs. You're gonna have to get out there and grab a copy for yourself. Ooh, yeah! Dig it!